Welcome to our channel, Elevate English. Today, we begin a new story. It is a story of mystery. It is a story of secrets. It is a story of an old mansion. It is a story that will keep you guessing until the very end. This is the first part of a two-part story. The first part will introduce the mystery. The second part will reveal the truth. My name is Dr. John Watson. I am a doctor. I am also a writer. I write about the cases of my friend, Sherlock Holmes. He is the greatest detective in the world. He can solve any mystery. He can find any criminal. He sees things that others do not see. He thinks in ways that others do not think. Today, I will tell you about a case that was very strange. It was a case that made us question everything we knew. It was a case that took us to a dark and mysterious place. It was a case that would change us forever. Let me begin the story. It was a cold autumn evening in London. The fog was thick. The streets were wet. The gas lamps were glowing. It was the kind of night that made you want to stay inside. I was sitting in our apartment at 221B Baker Street. I was reading a book. Holmes was sitting in his chair. He was playing his violin. The music was soft and sad. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Holmes stopped playing. He looked at me. He said, "A visitor, Watson, and it is someone in distress. I can hear it in the urgency of the bell." I went to the door. I opened it. A man was standing there. He was tall and thin. He was wearing an expensive coat, but he looked tired. He looked worried. He looked scared. The man said, "Is this the home of Mr. Sherlock Holmes?" I said, "Yes, it is. Please come in." He entered the room. He walked to Holmes. He said, "Mr. Holmes, I need your help. I do not have much time. Something terrible has happened. Something that I cannot explain. I am afraid for my life." Holmes said, "Please sit down. Tell me your story. Do not leave anything out. Every detail is important." The man sat down. He took a deep breath. He said, "My name is Mr. Arthur Blackwood. I live in a large mansion in the countryside. The mansion is called Ravenswood Manor. It has been in my family for generations. It is a beautiful place, but it is also a place of secrets, a place of darkness, a place of fear." Holmes said, "Tell me about this darkness, Mr. Blackwood. What is it that frightens you?" Mr. Blackwood said, "It is my uncle, Mr. Thomas Blackwood. He is the master of Ravenswood Manor. He is a wealthy man. He is a powerful man. But he is also a very strange man. He keeps to himself. He does not like visitors. He does not trust anyone. He has lived in the mansion alone for 20 years. Holmes said, "Why does he live alone? Does he have no family?" Mr. Blackwood said, "He has a family. He has a wife. Her name is Lady Beatrice. She lives in the mansion with him. But she is very ill. She has been ill for many years. She never leaves her room. She never sees anyone. People say she is a prisoner in her own home." Holmes said, "That sounds very unusual. Why do people say she is a prisoner?" Mr. Blackwood said, "Because no one has seen her. No one has heard her voice. No one has seen her face. She is like a ghost. She exists only in stories. Some people say she is dead. Some people say she is mad. Some people say she is a prisoner." Holmes said, "And what do you say, Mr. Blackwood?" Mr. Blackwood hesitated. He said, "I do not know what to believe. But I have seen things. Strange things. Unusual things. I have heard sounds at night. I have seen shadows in the hallways. I have heard whispers. I have felt cold breezes. Something is wrong at Ravenswood Manor. Something is hidden. Something is being kept secret." Holmes said, "When did you last see your uncle?" Mr. Blackwood said, "Last week. I went to visit him. I wanted to speak to him about the family estate. I wanted to discuss some legal matters. But he would not speak to me. He would not see me. He sent a message. He said he was busy. He said he could not be disturbed. He said I should leave." Holmes said, "That is strange. He is your uncle. You are family. Why would he not see you? Mr. Blackwood said, That is what I thought. It was very strange. He has never done that before. He has always been eccentric. But he has always welcomed me. This was different. This was cold. This was distant. This was suspicious. Holmes said, What did you do then? Mr. Blackwood said, I left. I returned to London. I thought about it for a few days. I could not understand why he was acting so strangely. I decided to investigate. I decided to go back to the mansion. I decided to find out what was really going on. Holmes said, And what did you find? Mr. Blackwood said, I found something terrible. I found something horrifying. I found something that I cannot explain. I returned to the mansion last night. I arrived late. It was dark. The house was silent. There were no lights on. It was very strange. He continued, I went to the front door. I knocked. No one answered. I tried the door. It was unlocked. I went inside. The house was cold. It was dark. There was no one there. I called out. No one answered. I walked through the hallways. I looked in the rooms. Everything was empty. The house was abandoned. Holmes said, Abandoned? But your uncle lives there. Your aunt lives there. Where were they? Mr. Blackwood said, I do not know. I searched the house. I searched the rooms. I searched the cellar. I searched the attic. I found nothing. No one was there. It was like the house was empty. It was like the house was dead. Holmes said, Did you find any signs of a struggle? Any signs of violence? Mr. Blackwood said, No. There were no signs of struggle. There were no signs of violence. Everything was in its place. Everything was neat. Everything was clean. It was too neat. It was too clean. It was like someone had prepared the house. It was like someone had staged the scene. Holmes said, And what happened then? Mr. Blackwood said, I was about to leave. I was about to return to London. But then, I heard something. I heard a sound. It was coming from the basement. It was a faint sound. It was a muffled sound. It sounded like someone was crying. Someone was calling for help. Holmes said, What did you do? Mr. Blackwood said, I went to the basement. I opened the door. I walked down the stairs. The basement was dark. It was cold. It was damp. There was a strange smell. It was like the smell of death. I lit a candle. I looked around. I saw something. Holmes said, What did you see? Mr. Blackwood said, I saw a door. It was a large iron door. It was locked. There was a keyhole. I looked through the keyhole. I could not see much. But I saw something. I saw a person. I saw a figure. I saw a woman. She was lying on the floor. She was not moving. She looked dead. Holmes said, A woman? Could it be your aunt, Lady Beatrice? Mr. Blackwood said, I do not know. I could not see her face. I could not see her features. I only saw a shape. I only saw a silhouette. It was very disturbing. It was very frightening. Holmes said, What did you do then? Mr. Blackwood said, I tried to open the door. I tried to break the lock, but it was too strong. I could not break it. I could not open it. I needed a key. I needed a key to open the door. Holmes said, Did you find a key? Mr. Blackwood said, No. I searched everywhere. I searched the basement. I searched the hallway. I searched the kitchen. I searched the study. I looked everywhere. I could not find a key. It was like the key had vanished. It was like the key had disappeared. Holmes said, And what happened then? Mr. Blackwood said, I decided to leave. I decided to return to London. I decided to come to you. I knew you could help me. I knew you could solve this mystery. Please, Mr. Holmes, I need your help. I am afraid for my uncle. I am afraid for my aunt. I am afraid for myself. Something terrible is happening at Ravenswood Manor. I need you to find the truth. I need you to find the truth before it is too late. Holmes was silent. He looked at Mr. Blackwood with a serious expression. He said, This is a very strange story, Mr. Blackwood. It is full of questions. Where is your uncle? Where is your aunt? Who is the woman in the basement? Why is the mansion abandoned? What is the secret of Ravenswood Manor? Mr. Blackwood said, I do not know, Mr. Holmes. I do not know. That is why I need your help. Please help me. Please solve this mystery. Holmes stood up. He walked to his desk. He took out his notebook. He said, I will take the case, Mr. Blackwood. I will come to Ravenswood Manor. I will investigate the mystery. I will find your uncle. I will find your aunt. I will find the truth. Mr. Blackwood looked relieved. He said, Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Thank you so much. I will take you there tomorrow morning. We will go together. Holmes said, Good. We will leave at dawn. Watson, please prepare for the journey. Bring warm clothes. Bring your notebook. Bring your camera. We are going to investigate a mystery. We are going to find the secret of the old mansion. I nodded. I said, I am ready, Holmes. I am ready to help. And so, the adventure began. The next morning, we left for Ravenswood Manor. The journey took several hours. The mansion was in a remote area. It was surrounded by dark forests. It was a lonely place. It was a mysterious place. It was a place of secrets. We arrived at the mansion in the afternoon. It was a large building. It was made of dark stone. It had tall towers. It had many windows. It looked like something from a storybook, but it was dark and foreboding. It looked haunted. It looked cursed. It looked like a place where terrible things had happened. We entered the mansion. It was cold and dark. There were no lights. There were no sounds. There was no life. It was like entering a tomb. Mr. Blackwood said, This is it, Mr. Holmes. This is Ravenswood Manor. This is where the mystery began. Holmes looked around. He examined the hallways. He examined the doors. He examined the floors. He examined the walls. He was looking for clues. He was looking for signs. He was looking for anything that would help him find the truth. He said, Watson, look at this. Look at the dust on the floor. It is disturbed. Someone has been here recently. Someone has been walking through these hallways. I said, Who, Holmes? Who has been here? Holmes said, That is what we need to find out. Holmes continued to investigate. He walked to the basement. He opened the door. He walked down the stairs. He found the iron door. He examined it. He looked at the lock. He looked at the keyhole. He said, This is a very strong door. It is very old. It is very well made. It is designed to keep something in, or to keep something out. He said, We need to find the key. We need to open this door. We need to find out what is behind it. Mr. Blackwood said, I searched everywhere, Mr. Holmes. I could not find the key. I looked everywhere. It is not here. Holmes said, Sometimes, Watson, the obvious answer is the correct one. The key might be in the most obvious place. Let us search the study. Let us look in the desk. Let us look in the drawers. We searched the study. We searched the desk. We searched the drawers. We found nothing. But Holmes was not discouraged. He continued to search. Suddenly, he stopped. He looked at a painting on the wall. It was a portrait of an old man. The man had a stern face. He had a long beard. He had piercing eyes. He looked like he was watching us. Holmes said, Watson, look at this painting. Look at the eyes. They seem to be looking at something. Holmes moved closer. He examined the painting. He touched the frame. He said, This frame is loose. It is not attached properly. He moved the painting. Behind it, there was a small compartment. In the compartment, there was a key. It was an old iron key. It was dusty. It was rusted, but it looked like it would open the door. Holmes took the key. He smiled. He said, This is it, Watson. This is the key to the mystery. This is the key to the basement. This is the key to the truth. He took the key to the basement. He put it in the lock. He turned it. There was a click. The door opened. It creaked. It groaned. It sounded like something from a horror story. We walked through the door. The room was dark. It was damp. It was cold. There was a strange smell. It was the smell of decay. It was the smell of death. And then we saw something. We saw a figure. It was lying on the floor. It was not moving. It was still. Holmes said. Watson approached slowly. We must be careful. We approached the figure. It was a woman. She was wearing old clothes. She was pale. She was thin. She looked dead. But then she moved. She groaned. She was alive. Holmes said, "She is alive. She is breathing. Watson, we must help her." We helped her to sit up. She opened her eyes. She looked at us. She said, "Who are you? Where am I? What happened?" Holmes said, "We are here to help you, madam. My name is Sherlock Holmes. This is my friend, Dr. Watson. We are investigating a mystery. Who are you? What is your name?" The woman said, "My name is Lady Beatrice. I am the wife of Mr. Thomas Blackwood. I have been held prisoner here for 20 years. My husband is a cruel man. He has kept me in this basement. He has tortured me. He has starved me. He has isolated me. He has made me suffer." She said, "But he is gone. He is gone. He left the mansion. He went to the city. He said he would be back. He said he would come for me. He said he would kill me. But he has not come back. He is gone." Holmes looked shocked. He said, "This is terrible. This is a crime. This is a tragedy. We must get you out of here. We must take you to safety." We helped Lady Beatrice out of the basement. We took her to the study. We gave her food and water. We gave her warmth and comfort. Mr. Blackwood was shocked. He said, "Lady Beatrice, you are alive. I thought you were dead. I thought you were gone. I am so sorry. I am so sorry for what my uncle has done to you. I am so sorry for all your suffering." Lady Beatrice said, "Thank you, Mr. Blackwood. Thank you for coming. Thank you for finding me. Thank you for saving me." Holmes said, "This is not the end. This is just the beginning. We need to find Mr. Blackwood. We need to find him and bring him to justice. He must pay for his crimes. He must answer for his cruelty." But is Mr. Blackwood really the villain? Or is there something more to the story? Is Lady Beatrice telling the truth? Or is she hiding something? And why did Mr. Blackwood leave the mansion? Where did he go? What is the real secret of Ravenswood Manor? Find out in part 2 of The Secret of the Old Mansion. The final part, the shocking conclusion, the part that will leave you breathless.